Let's bring in now First Alert weather meteorologist Cutter Martin, who is back with us. And Cutter, after that brief cold snap earlier this week, at least today things felt pretty comfortable.
Yeah, we're going to continue to warm up. Another factor for so many agricultural interests, including wineries up and down the East Coast, the lack of rain. Drought has been impressive, some of the worst in decades. Thankfully, though, as you saw, we have that chance of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, not only tomorrow, but more so Friday, even more than that this weekend. So there is some needed rain on the way, not a drought buster. Lucky to get a dent in the drought, but I do think that this is going to be the most active week overall that we have had in several weeks. Outside right now from the First Alert Weather Observatory, we're dry after some early day rain. Again, most of that adding up to less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. Wish it was more, but unfortunately it's going to be some time before we really break out of this drought condition. We do need rain, though, before we get to the really hot summertime here in the state of Maryland. Not hot tomorrow morning, but cool, we'll call it. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s on the eastern shore. 54 Baltimore, 55 in Westminster, 55 La Plata, 56 down in Lexington Park. So maybe a light jacket in the morning. That's about all you'll need. On your corner in Howard County, neighborhood forecast much the same across the southwest side of the metro. 54 Columbia, a little cooler. Ellicott City, 53. Elk Ridge, 53. Same in North Laurel. This is about 6:30, maybe 7:30 in the morning. Right after that, we're zooming up into the 60s and then the 70s. Kind of see that warm up here in your bus stop forecast as your student sits down into their seat, most likely at least. Most schools by 8 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures upper 50s, lower 60s by 9 a.m. and then we'll really warm up. Perhaps some of the quickest of the quickest warm up between about 10 a.m. and noon, and that'll set the stage for an afternoon much warmer even than this afternoon. Right up against the bay and beaches, one exception, a little cooler in the 60s, but with sun, relatively light winds. It's going to be a nice day still. Perfect Friday Junior, Thursday, Friday Eve out there with eastern shore temperatures in the 70s. Southern Maryland, western half of Baltimore, really I-95 and west, temperatures will be in the 80s, except for our mountain communities, temperatures in the 70s. Still a wonderful day, nearly 10 out of 10 across the state with a high of 80 in Baltimore. There's the warmer condition, though, 82 in Hagerstown, Westminster, as well as College Park, 80 down in La Plata. Notice the tidal portion of the Potomac River, and then right up against the bay, some yellows. Water temperatures are warming up, responding to the warm weather, but still a little bit chilly. Going to keep those areas and neighborhoods just a little bit cooler. Rain chance wise, technically it's there tomorrow, about 20%. Late afternoon into early evening, I think very few will actually see rain. That rain chance greatest in the western part of the state. And then we have Friday. Temperatures still mild in the mid 70s. Dry start to the day. Remember, O's are back in town taking on the Red Sox. First game of the series, first pitch is 7:05 on our Friday evening. And there could be isolated showers, even some thunderstorms. Watching the potential for lightning mainly before first pitch, but something we'll need to keep an eye on. Of course, the First Alert Weather Team will keep you updated as the game goes on. Temperatures cool and that rain chance will diminish, at least briefly. And then Saturday, while we're not tracking much in the way of lightning, a wet afternoon and evening is in the forecast. Once again, O's are at home. Could be a pretty damp and certainly a cool one out there. Struggling to get to 60 with the breeze. 62 Sunday, the drier day of the weekend. Still, though, a little gloomy. Nicer on our Monday, 66. More needed rain back in the forecast as the Astros come to town. 62 on Tuesday with a high temperature of 70 next Wednesday. Again, rain chances in the forecast, but if we're lucky, just a dent in the drought.